Alright, so something kind of interesting, kind of fun for you guys here. I don't know if any of you guys know what this is. If you don't, I will let you know. This is Chat GPT, right? So it's AI. I think it would be funny and kind of interesting for us to see, like, does Chat GPT have the ability to teach you League of Legends? So let's say, like, okay, let's say I'm 80 carry. So in let's say in League, what are the top 3 fundamentals for an 80 carry? Right? And then let's see what it comes up with. Alright, so CSing, positioning, trading, and harassment. I would agree with that, actually, which is kind of crazy. And then let's read through some of, like, the in-depth stuff here. So, last hitting. Most fundamental skill for an ADC: efficiently farming minions to accumulate gold, essential to item progression and power spikes. Focus on improving your last hitting mechanics to ensure you're getting as much gold as possible from minion wins. Yeah, actually 100% true, because when you look at AD carry as a position, unlike top lane, or like some of the tankier positions where tanks can be played, they scale with levels really, really well. But most AD carry champions don't have like these crazy level 6 power spikes. Some of them do, like MF, like, or Nyla, but even with those champions having like crazy power spikes, without items later on in the game, they fall off super hard. Proper proficiency in team fights is critical. AD carries to the timely, high priority targets. Yeah, front to backing. Maintaining the right distance from threats while still being able to deal damage is key. Yeah, no, I completely agree. Knowing when to trade damage with your lane opponents and how to do it effectively is crucial to winning the laning phase. Understanding your champion's power spikes, range, and abilities compared to your opponents. I mean, this sounds basic. Favorable trades and punish mistakes. Yeah, it sounds basic, but like I would agree with this, and I think this is kind of fun. So like, let's do another one. Let's say in League. What are the top 3 fundamentals to jungle, right? Is jungler map awareness and decision making, clearing, efficiency and pathing, objective control and vision. See now, yeah, I think this is true. Like, part of me is tempted to say that clearing efficiency should be first, but realistically, without map awareness and decision making, you could be clearing in the wrong direction towards a lane that's not gankable, or you could be clearing towards the side of the jungle where you just got invaded and you saw the enemy jungler on a ward, and you should be going into their, you know, jungle to counter and take camps and split the map, right? So like, I think this is true. I think this is really interesting. Let's do another one. Let's say as a support, what are the top 3 fundamentals in League of Legends? We'll just change how it's worded a little bit. Who cares? Vision control, lane pressure, map awareness, positioning, and crowd control. See, I find this really interesting. I think that it's really cool to go in here and kind of play around with this and see like what AI is generating based on like all of the information that's out there on the web and everything, and having it like, you could come in here and ask it questions. I don't know how advanced we could get. So like, we could say, is 4th dragon more valuable than Baron in League? Fix my terrible spelling here. I don't know what's wrong with this, but I don't care. It's fine. We'll just go. The value of 4th dragon, Elder Dragon versus Baron, depends on the specific game, situation, and team comps. Both are incredibly... Okay. Alright. See, it's interesting because it's saying Elder Dragon. So let's say... Let's just copy this. Paste it here. And let's say, is Dragon Soul more valuable than Baron in League of Legends? I have my own opinions here. So here, like, it won't give a direct answer, right? And it's really saying it depends on the effect of the rest of the game, which I do agree with, you know, like, I do think it's really dependent. I do think that Soul sometimes leads to a lot more games getting closed out than Baron Nashor, just because people don't always know what to do with Baron in lower elos, but in higher elos, when people take Baron, it's pretty much like a done deal. They just close the game out. But they're both super valuable. I mean, I could see an argument for either. Let's see if we can ask it another question. Let's see. What are the key elements, or let's just say, how do you win a team fight in League of Legends, right? Let's just type some very, like, basic stuff and see what it spits out. Winning a team fight in League of Legends requires a combination of strategic planning, mechanical skill, teamwork. Here's some key factors to consider when we're aiming to win a team fight. Wow, it really gave a lot here. Positioning, focus fire, cooldown management, vision and map control, itemization and power, adaptability, and shot calling. Now, I'm not going to read through all of this, but I do think that this is really kind of cool and kind of fun, that you could go in here and, like, I've also gone through and done other questions here just for fun, just to see, like, what it would say, right? Like, asking it, what's the most important objective in League of Legends? Super minion pressure, map control, team fight advantage, objective priority, base defense strain, nexus vulnerability, right? Like, interesting things. Now, I'm not going to read through all of these, right? But I'm saying, like, what are the most important concepts for a jungler to master in League of Legends? Scouting, vision control, objective control, gank opportunity, counter jungling, invades, lane priority, adaptability, efficient pathing, communication, tracking, buff timers, scuttle crab control, right? Like, there's a lot to go through here. Now, do I necessarily agree with every single, like, point that it's spitting out here? I can't say for sure, right? I do think that it is really interesting when it breaks down certain things like priority, right, or tempo. This is kind of what was discussed in some of my other videos in the comments and stuff. Is like, when you talk about tempo, there's really a lot to go over. A lot of things feed into tempo. When you talk about priority, there's a lot to go over. There's lane priority, there's jungle priority, there's scuttle crab priority, there's objective priority, there's priority, like, that conflicts with others. It really is a lot to go through. But I do think, you know, if you were someone brand new to League of Legends, or, like, maybe you didn't have like a very in-depth community where you could tie into and, like, ask questions, like, I recommend r/Summoner School. I think it's a very good Reddit where you can get a lot of, like, good information and stuff. But it's cool that there are resources out here like this where you could say, you know, let's even ask it, what item has the highest win rate when built in League of Legends? And I wonder what it'll give us here. Interesting. Interesting. So, like, it won't tell us this one. It's not like pulling data from, like, OPGG or anything like that. But, right, you could ask questions and get answers, you know, and I think that this is another interesting place to start. I don't know how much the validity of this is in, like, teaching you League of Legends without, like, you know, a coach or, like, some more nuanced interaction and stuff and practicing, but it's definitely interesting. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you do, and you want me to check out like more League AI stuff, more League tools that are out there, let me know, and I will, scour the web and see what I find. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.